Failed.
I don't even think I'm on, baby. I have my mic on, but I don't have it turned on. Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Talk again.
Microphone check, microphone checker. 1 2 checker.
You're low.
Am I low? I can boost my thing.
No. Let me play a little bit.
Okay.
Try now.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Try again.
Microphone check, microphone checker. 1 2 checker.
All right, we'll try that.
Okay. I don't see any. Oh, Redeemed is here. Hey. Oh, I'm late. I apologize, y'all. I would say there was some like really important reason, but there isn't.
I was going to say it's 6:01, but it's actually 6:03.
Is it 6:03? And I forgot to text my peeps too. I am fired. I should text them. I'm gonna do it right now, real quick. I don't even know if I have. Oh, I unloaded Community on this phone. Dang it. Let's see how long it takes to reload it. Oh, that was fast.
Redeem says it's wet in northern Michigan. Thank goodness it's not snow.
It's
Well,
not.
November. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it.
I was gonna take a picture at the picnic yesterday and post it.
Of the mountain?
No, of the picnic, because it was sunny and beautiful.
Yeah,
And
it was.
it's
Well,
November.
it was cool in the shade. It was nice in the sun. You sat in the sun a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
think
it was
that's-
cool, but I mean, it was like a perfect day. There was no wind. You know what I'm saying?
See, now I was in the shade almost the whole time, and it was cool. I am not. Oh, there we go. Now I'm starting to see a little bit on Facebook.
I'm texting my peeps right now.
Yeah. Rima Becerra is here. Janet Taylor Borgers.
Hey, Rima.
Kathleen Hoovis.
Hey, Kathleen.
And Redeemed, as we said earlier. Sheila Teagan's here.
Okay. I forgot to text my people, baby. So that's what I was doing.
Boy, when you text, you are like a statue. I had to look to see if maybe we weren't frozen.
What do you mean I'm like a statue?
You were, I'm serious, you just,
Oh, I was
there's
focused.
no movement. None.
I was focused, baby. Let me see. I guess I offloaded everything off of this phone.
Off of that phone,
I'm
yeah.
so out of space, you guys. It's ridiculous. Where is my towel? My glasses are so dirty.
Oh, yeah, good luck with that.
I know. Baby's like, I don't know how you know where anything is.
I really don't, not in
know.
here.
It's a mess, y'all. It is a mess. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you so much for joining us. For tonight, we're going to be making, I think it's a super easy project. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Cancel that. We don't want to do that. It's a super easy project that we're going to do, but it's beautiful, and I think it's going to make a wonderful gift this season. So,
Oh, Rima said she forgot the last week. She just forgot. It happens.
I noticed you weren't there. We figured that you were doing something fancy, Rima.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So I'm going live on TikTok to you guys, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. TikTok can see my floor. They can see how messy it is back there. It's okay. Good evening, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We are going to be making some panels today using the new Roycycled. Did you say hi to everybody already, baby?
Well,
I'm off my
everybody
game
who
tonight.
was
What is
here.
wrong with me?
Doris and grandchildren. Lady Poe just jumped in on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
And then on the Facebooks, let's see, Denise Plummer Thompson, Memory Williams, Jean Higginbotham, Karen Moyer. So, and I said hi to everybody else earlier.
Okay.
So, Please share if you're on Facebook. We appreciate it if you do that.
Thank you.
Make a comment. Choose a whatever emoji you like. Those are always fun.
Whatever one, even the kooky one.
Yep,
like that.
Whichever one you want. Ken and Flea are there. And then if you're on YouTube, we'd appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. And if you would subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the bell, and you can customize alerts so you only get alerts from the things that you want. You don't have to get alerts from everything, because I will not have my phone blowing up with alerts. I'm already upset that I can't customize my whatnots. At least I haven't figured it out yet.
No, if you log on and get alerts, you get alerts from everybody.
I am from everybody, and it's like I got to figure out a way around that.
Yeah.
So...
Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you. So, you guys, tonight we're going to be using the Roycycled Fine Arts Project Block Decoupage paper. And it has 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks on it. So, there's a lot of opportunity for projects on this one sheet of paper. So, this is one project. I'm going to show you guys. One project that I did was this one. And I used the new IOD arched blank with some molds, and then I decoupaged. I did have to do a little painting to make it go all the way to the top, but I think it looks really good. So today we're going to do some projects. So we talked last time about gifts and gifts that we can make. And I feel like honestly, if you bought this sheet of paper, you could make multiple gifts. But we're going to make like a little mini gallery set for somebody. And we're going to do decoupage tonight, but then we're going to bump it up a notch and make it a little bougie. So that is tonight's project. I'm only going to use these 2 designs tonight, these 2 landscapes. And I'm going to show you guys these up close too. I haven't really done a good job of featuring the new papers, because I don't know why. So
you have bandwidth for bougie tonight. Last time you said bougie, you said you didn't have the bandwidth.
I have bandwidth for my kind of bougie, baby. Okay. When you go to a bougie restaurant, you got to deal with like people.
I know.
I don't want to deal with bougie people.
And we were not dressed for a bougie restaurant.
No, and I just didn't want to deal with people that day. That's why I was like, yeah, I don't feel like it today.
Fornication by Design says, got you on TikTok.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm going live on TikTok too. I used to do that all the time. I'm not sure why I stopped. So I figured I'd do it tonight. Only it's not quite as much fun because there's not a ton of interaction, because I can't see those comments because, you know, I'm old and my eyes are bad. But at least people can see what projects we're doing. So,
well, and it should be noted, you're using a software that allows you to see both YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
But it doesn't allow you to see TikTok.
No.
You have to do that.
A second device.
Yeah, second device. So.
And you guys know how, like, small the font is. And it's way over there. I cannot even... I should at least say hi, huh? Let's see... I can't see. There's just...
Hi, everybody on TikTok.
Hi, everyone on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to be crafting tonight. So these, I want to go over what I'm going to be using for tonight's project really quickly before we start. And then we will get started. So we're going to be using the Roycycled Fine Art Blocks Decoupage paper. And the 2 blocks I'm going to be using are these. This is a really nice scene, and it has cows in it. And then this one is portrait, and it has 1 cow in it. I loved the feeling of this artwork, and so that's why I chose this. So we're going to be using those. And then I have some IOD wood blanks. This one is an 8x10, and then I have 2 5x7s. And the reason why I chose these sizes is because they fit perfectly, right, together. So this is like a super easy way to make a gallery. And then we're going to bump it up a notch by using some gold leaf tonight. So I have some water-based gold gilding adhesive and some varnish to seal my gold leaf. And then I have, oh Lord, what did I do with the gold leaf, baby? Oh, it's right here. And then I have a pack of gold leaf here, which there are 3 colors in here, but we're going to be using gold tonight. So, and they even gave me a brush, so I am going to use it. So we're going to be using some gold leaf tonight, and then I'm also going to be using some white chalk style paint. This is Wise Owl. I believe this is Antique Via, I think. Don't quote me. But it doesn't matter, right? Because we're just going to be painting our blocks, our blanks white, so that the artwork on our decoupage paper really pops. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to get started. I'm trying to move everything out the way because I don't want to get white paint on anything that it's not supposed to be on. So I'm going to cheat tonight. I am using a small foam roller to paint everything white because it's going to be super fast. And the roller is nice because it's going to allow me to put a really thin coat, which means it's going to dry really quickly. I'm going to ask for questions, but I know we probably don't even have questions tonight.
Not yet.
Okay. I do want to talk about the retreat. I think we have 15 seats left the last time I looked. So there are 15 seats still left for the Roycycled retreat scheduled for April of 2025. We have been able to negotiate for discounted motel rooms for you guys. And I've been talking to all my friends in town. So we're trying to build a really cool experience for everyone, including the husbands who are coming. Because we have the golf package. And then I was talking to a couple of restaurant owners too over the last week. So I'm excited.
And I talked to my friends at the disc golf group.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they said anybody who comes, they'll let you play for free that Saturday. You can kick in. There's a thing they do for, like, if you throw a hole in one.
Oh, so like a...
Yeah, it's like a pot.
Yeah, like a pot.
Yeah. So you can kick in for that, but you don't have to. They won't charge you for the first round, so you can play around. And if you don't have any discs, they will supply you with some discs.
Okay.
So they just want to have some fun.
Does anybody's husband play disc golf? I just think that's so cool. And these are 5x7. I don't know if I said that one. This one's an 8x10, and these two are 5x7s. And I got little boogers in my paint. I hate when that happens.
Something else. I think we talked about it last week, but I had a chance to speak with our airport manager since the last time we were on.
Oh, yeah, because they had an air show this weekend.
They had an air show, which we did not see.
Well,
because we were volunteering somewhere else.
Yes.
So our city obtained a grant to bring commercial air service to our community. We're a small town. So we're going to have air service.
It's just a matter of when, though.
And who is providing it.
Yeah.
He's negotiating to fly to either, well, definitely Phoenix, but he's trying to also go to Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were saying that.
So what that means is for anybody on the retreat, if you want to drive in, drive in. It could be a fun trip from wherever you're coming. I know you've got somebody coming from Canada who wants to drive.
Yeah, she and her husband are driving down, and they're making a whole, like, vacation.
Right.
That's Melissa.
And that's great.
And then we have a group of ladies who are all driving because they're making, like, a whole trip of it.
Making it a girls' trip, that's
Yes.
great. But if you want to fly, you're going to be able to now.
Yes, you can fly into Safford.
So
you can fly into Tucson, which is my favorite option, which is 2 hours. Phoenix is 3 hours, and Phoenix is just huge. I'd rather just fly into Tucson. It's a smaller airport. It's easy peasy. And then I do have a Facebook group open for the retreat so that everybody can kind of like figure out who's, coming in when, and you guys can work out like carpooling and that kind of stuff.
But if you don't want to drive, if you're too far to drive, you can fly in, and now you don't have to then rent a car or carpool another 3 hours to get here, or 2 hours.
2 or 3 hours.
You'll be able to fly in to either Las Vegas or Phoenix.
And then fly here.
And then fly here. And then we'll pick you up at the
airport flights
airport.
right now, baby.
Pardon?
A lot of people are booking their flights already.
Well, you can't get the connecting flight to Safford yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying to you. A lot of the ladies that are coming, they are planners.
I know.
They've booked their rooms. They've booked their flights.
And I get that. I totally get that.
But it might be an option.
That's an option. And then when I say we'll pick you up, I'll pick you up at the airport
Poor David.
and take you to your airport or to your hotel, and I'll take you to the retreat. And I've already planned. I'm doing shuttle service the weekend, so that's fine.
I know you got to pick up fresh pastries every morning. You guys, do me a favor. Y'all give David some hearts because he is just so wonderful.
Sheila Teagan, no DeMar tonight. No, he's with Dad tonight.
Yes, he is with Dad. They're chilling.
Fornication by Design says, why is that cheating?
Why is what? This cheating?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I guess it's not cheating. It's just usually I would have a brush and I'd paint on a thicker coat. I just feel like rolling on is like way quicker. So I guess it's not cheating technically, but it's just faster than what we would normally do.
Rima Becerra says her significant other plays golf. I don't know if that means mini golf or regular golf. We have both.
Yeah, we have
Not mini
both.
golf, disc golf, I mean.
Yeah, and so we worked out a deal because the chamber has a packet. Well, the city of Safford has a packet, but the chamber is managing it. That includes motel rooms, but our people already have motel rooms. So it'll be for a free lunch with your round of golf.
And a cart.
And then a discount for, I don't know if there's a cart in there.
I think there's carts in
Oh.
there.
And then a discounted dinner at the steakhouse that evening. So.
Lady Post says, used to play disc golf all the time, haven't in a while though. Well, we now have 2 courses here.
I never even heard of it before until Lee brought it up.
Yeah.
Like a year ago.
So we have one at our fairgrounds, and then they just made a deal with the college to make one on their, I don't know what you would call it.
I thought there was one at Discovery Park.
That's the second one.
Oh, okay.
What would you call that campus? Because it's a little bit of everything. It's agricultural, not agricultural.
So
but
the guy who actually built that, the college acquired that after the fact. The guy who built Discovery Park, his intention was to have it be like a
environmental.
Yeah, to kind of save different ecosystems and
yeah.
species and things like that. And so that's what it was built for. So it's a huge campus. And
it still does that.
yeah, but they have the greenhouse there. That's why everything there is kind of around that. You know what I mean?
Except for the planetarium. So there's there's a mini telescope there. Yeah. Because we have 3 giant telescopes up on the mountain behind us. 2 by the University of Arizona, 1 by the
Vatican.
The Vatican, and we have a smaller telescope at that college campus.
Yes.
So, all the biology students are out there, and
yes,
and we have a nonprofit that works to protect the watershed. They work out there too, and they negotiated to put a disc golf course out there.
Yeah.
Because there's no impact to the environment.
No, the community uses it because the year that they had, when Jordan was in Boy Scouts, there was huge fire restrictions on the mountain. Mm-hmm. So we ended up going camping at Discovery Park.
Yeah. Vintage Revival Design says, what size is that foam roller?
This one is really small. If I had to guess, like 3 inches maybe. It's small. It's really handy too. And you guys know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. So I used a fresh roller tonight, but I'm gonna let this paint dry on here. And then I'll use it like this the next time, because when you use a fresh roller, it soaks up a lot of product, and I feel like you lose a lot of product. So I like to have my rollers be a little dirty, so that when I use them, it doesn't soak up as much product.
Fornication by Design is disc golf like mini golf, kind of, sort of.
But they use disc though, right?
It's frisbees.
Frisbees, yeah. It's like golf with frisbees. So it's not like mini
and
golf.
you throw it into a basket that's on a pole.
Yes.
And it's a chain basket, so you throw it and it goes through the chain. Once you see it, all you got to do is see it once. You go, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's like golf with frisbees.
Yeah. Connie Berkram, we have 3 of us flying from Madison, Wisconsin, flying into Phoenix. Could not connect directly to Tucson.
Oh.
That's okay. So we're planning on renting a car and driving, but we'll wait to see about possible connections to Safford. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
That's perfect.
Awesome, awesome.
And
yeah, because it'll be kind of like flying into Appleton, you guys. Like, you remember how small the plane was from Chicago to Appleton? It'll be like that.
Yep. So there you go.
Even though Appleton's bigger than Safford. We looked up the the population. What was it? I forgot.
Pat, Appleton was
Was it
11,000,
11,000? So
which
it's not
was Safford size, but when you add in every
all
town
the
around there,
surrounding areas.
it was
Yeah.
110.
Yeah, you guys, Appleton has a lot of stuff to be 11,000.
Every community was like 10,000,
Yeah.
and there's like 10 communities there. Pat Reed, don't know why I can't find you on YouTube. I'm not sure. We're there. I'm looking at it.
Oh. Maybe refresh, Pat, and see.
But
Okay.
it's same name as Facebook and TikTok and everything.
So we painted the tops white. I do want to go ahead and paint my edges red before we put our gold leaf on. So we're going to do that really quickly. I took out a Posca pen and paint. I don't know which one will be faster. I bet you the pen will be faster. Let's see. Look, I'm all about fast tonight, you guys. Because when we're making gifts, we want to them to be meaningful, but we don't want them to take forever to make either, right?
Yeah, speaking of which, we've got, is
don't think that's
the
gonna be
next
faster.
chamber mixer the chamber Christmas party?
Sure.
December 5th.
I should know, but I don't know.
Yeah. So that means you got to make some, well, last time you gave a kit. You going to do that again?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get something. We have to get all of our, let's see, David is on 2 nonprofit boards. I'm on the chamber board. That's all we have this
I'm
year,
on 3
though.
nonprofit boards, but we don't do a
Oh, the
Christmas.
Downtown Association.
Our
doesn't do
Christmas party is the city's light parade,
it. Oh, okay.
so we don't do one. And GCRC, which serves people with special needs, our Christmas party is for our clients,
Yes.
not for us.
I'm going to add a little bit of matte medium to this red paint because it's a little bit thicker than I need it to be. Blah, 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 blah.
But we do have one for SECUS, which serves seniors, which is
Yes.
who we were volunteering with
This
yesterday.
weekend.
Oh, Stephanie Nabor is watching, who we were just with,
Hey, Stephanie.
who turned around and helped raise money for her organization, SECUS, which serves seniors, and then helped a whole bunch of other organizations with the
know,
food.
With the food.
Our homeless organization, our recovery organization,
The Safe House.
our domestic abuse organization, and our law enforcement. So Stephanie was a hero yesterday.
I don't know. Sean might argue that he's actually the hero. But
Here's the problem. I got all the cops telling me I'm the hero right now because I gave them food. I'm like, no, it's SECUS, it's SECUS.
oh, that's too funny. I'm putting a little bit of blue in this red. It's a little orangey. So I'm just going to, oh, you guys can't even see that, can you? Because my bobblehead's in the way. So I'm just mixing some red here with, and I just put a little bit acrylic medium in that. Oh, man. Dang it. Y'all see what I did? I barely put any blue in there. And I know better because dark colors influence your lighter colors so much. And I knew that, but I was talking. It's your fault, baby. You distracted me.
It is completely my fault.
So let's, and you know what? I'm being lazy is my problem. Where's my spatula?
So while you do that, I'm going to go off topic and say
Okay.
our granddaughter finally smiled at me.
She did. She gave you a big old smile yesterday.
She gave me a smile and she talked just a tiny bit, but I was okay with it. And her dad did not get in the way because the last time she was going to, Dad kept, not that he was doing anything intentional.
He was just playing
Our
with her.
son was just trying to keep her entertained. And I'm like, she's this close to giving me a smile, dude.
He was blocking.
He was blocking. He was smile blocking. But I got one last night. I am so impressed. Everybody was asking about DeMar. We had people asking. And he's with his sister and his dad and Ariana.
Nana.
Yeah, Ariana. And
That's her name forever, whether she likes it or not.
true. And I am just so, every time I see him with her, I am just so impressed with him.
Apparently, he doesn't talk to her unless we're there. That's the word on the street.
Oh, is it? Because,
Yes.
boy, when we're with him, he's trying to tell her things, and here's how you do it. And he is just so dedicated.
He's putting on a show for us, babe. That's the word
I
on
don't
the
care if
street.
that's what it takes.
That's the word on the street.
If we're the catalyst, I'm fine with it. I imagine some of it is, wait a minute, she's in Grandma's arms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I think I need a little time too. But that's fine. Whatever it takes.
I have a little bit of red going over the top, you guys, but I'm not worried about that because I'm actually going to make my edges a little messy with my gold leaf to get the look that I want.
Susan Chilberg, now you're blessed, David. That's true. It took a little while. She wasn't sure about me. I'm still not convinced. She's convinced about me.
She watches you from afar, too. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, she's just contemplating.
Who is this guy?
I know.
He doesn't match the general layout here.
Well, I mean, you're not any lighter than Ariana.
No, but she's darker than her mom.
Who?
Tiana.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're funny. It's the mustache.
But Dad sometimes has a beard.
Yeah.
He keeps his very tight, though. He trims it down very close when he does a beard or a mustache. And I'm a little bit more...
Starsky and Hutch from 1978-ish.
I was going to go walrusy, but okay. That or Wilfred Brimley.
And so you guys see how that red, I just added that little bit of blue, and now it's not as bright, right? It's still red, but it's not like red. It's just red. If that makes sense.
She'll be your biggest fan before you know it. Fornication by Design. We've already figured it out. Her Nana
Yes.
is number one. We get that. That's her mom's mom.
Well, mom's number one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You mean outside the household?
Yes,
I know,
yeah.
She just looks at Ariana like, I just love you. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. She is definitely mama's girl. Dad likes to think she's a daddy's girl. She's a mama's girl.
I don't know. She was loud when he came home the other night.
And for the grandparents, it's Nana. We get that. That's okay.
Yeah.
We just want to be kind of in the mix.
Nana calls every day, though.
That's true.
She does. She FaceTimes with her every day. I'm a terrible grandma. I'm running around like a crazy person.
Pamela Crossman needs some advice.
Okay.
Painted a thrift candlestick and all the milk paint peeled off. So I tried again. Same thing happened. After I peeled off almost all the paint, I sprayed with clear sealer. Will the third coat stick now?
So I think if you're using milk paint is really hard to predict how it's going to be. Are you putting a binder in your milk paint? Question.
So that was Pamela Crossman who asked that.
Yeah. Now I have red paint all over my table. Why y'all let me do that?
Susan Chilberg. Kids are very curious about facial hair. They have to study the person and decide if you're okay. That's what I assume.
And there's a video on TikTok that makes me laugh. The daughter asked him to shave his beard off. And so he shaved it off, and she was all distraught. She's like, put it back. Put it back.
Yeah, Fleece says use a bonding medium. Extra Bond is one.
Yeah.
Chris Schmidt says it's your voice. Most babies notice sounds more than visual. I did make a change.
Oh, did you? Did you soften your voice a little bit yesterday?
No. Remember, initially I was really soft. Mm-hmm. And then I decided I was treating her differently than I treated
Damar.
Not just Damar, but the boys as well. When our sons were babies, I always talked like this to them. And I used
no baby talk.
Big
basically.
words. I was going to say adult words, but not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no baby talk.
No baby talk. Mainly because I wanted them to have a good vocabulary. Mm-hmm. That's all. And I was not doing that to Tiana. I was baby talking her. And I thought, why am I doing that? She's a girl. Why am I treating a girl differently than a boy? I want her to be as successful as any boy.
Yes.
I want her to be more successful, quite frankly, because I want her to take care of us. So I want her to be a rich, billionaire genius. So I started to wonder if maybe that was it.
I baby talk.
I know you do, and so does Nana. Kathy. So
I use correct words though. My baby talk is more tonal than like.
I've been trying to maybe not have any bass. See if that helps, but I don't know.
Okay, give me 1 second, y'all, because I done made a big mess over here.
Yeah, Susan says because you have to make a mess.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's a requirement. And I don't know where my
Sheila
wipes are.
Mortensen Teagan, our granddaughter used to cry every time Grandpa came into the room. I felt so bad for him. She's 25 now and likes her grandpa. Oh, good. I got 25 years. So I'll be 90, and she'll like me then.
I think kids notice things that we just don't think about. I remember when Dom was little, my uncle, he just did not like him. And when he was about, 3, when he's old enough to be able to articulate, I'm like, why don't you like Uncle Bubble? And he's like, he got teeth. Like his teeth were just too big, I guess. That's why when Damar made that picture of me with that big old smile, I'm like, Grandma got teeth.
Betty Hilt says, I've read that baby talk is important. Well, maybe it is. I'm no child psychologist. I'm a schmuck with a microphone. Can anybody post anything on YouTube? Any kind of comment at all? I just want to make sure.
Anything from YouTube?
It's moving, but I haven't seen any comments. I just want to make sure you guys are getting all the info.
I know. I do see all blue comments. I don't see any red. I hope we're on YouTube.
No, it's running on YouTube. I'm watching it. I just don't see any comments. So just want to make sure that, maybe I can see it because I'm here and nobody else can. So just want to double check.
So I'm going to dry this really quickly. Again, I use super thin coats, you guys. We're not going to really see that red. It's going to be underneath our gold leaf. But I read somewhere a long time ago, and I read it because, I used to read magazines before videos, that if you use red under your gold, it makes your gold look a lot more richer. So it's one of the tricks that Pottery Barn uses, apparently.
Oh, does Pottery Barn still exist?
Yes. Oh, yeah. My pumpkins that I did, the black ones last year, that was a Pottery Barn dupe.
Okay. Does Crate and Barrel still exist?
I think so.
Because I thought one of them went out of business.
Is Crate and Barrel still?
I don't know.
Felicia says people are making comments on YouTube.
See, and I'm not seeing a 1.
I saw, now they all come at once. I just saw a big flood of comments come.
I'm still, what size is your foam roller?
Oh. Let's see. Hello over here. Hello. And the red writing I really can't see. It says you're coming through loud and clear on YouTube. Thank you. YouTube is fine.
Well, I went out and came back in and wham.
Oh, now you got comments. Okay.
Yeah.
David wants to make sure he's not ignoring you guys.
Yeah, no. So thank you all.
Thank you. So I'm going to give that a quick dry. I went a little thick on this side. So we'll start with the smaller ones first and let that one dry.
Lori Kentner's up in Canada. I'm just curious. We were talking about this today. My favorite part of Canada is British Columbia because the weather's temperate. Mm-hmm. It gets cold, but not like Montreal cold.
Yes.
How far of a flight is it from Toronto to London, UK? Not London, Ontario. I'm just curious because my Canadian friends would tell me that vacationing in the UK was not unusual. Or visiting relatives in the UK was not unusual.
I know. Do they take holiday in Canada like they do in the UK?
I think they're closer to our vacation schedules than the UK's. Is that
non-existent?
Yeah, I think, but I don't know.
I think it's interesting. Like China, everything shuts down for their New Year. Like everybody's out. Like it's just a given. And then in the UK, when everyone's on holiday, like people take off. How come we don't take off here?
Oh, Rima says 7.5 hours. I thought it was closer from Toronto to the UK. Oh, okay. Jan McCrary, Pier 1 is gone. There you go.
Oh, really? I didn't realize Pier 1 was gone.
I knew one of them had.
I used to go to one in Tucson a lot.
Really? We always went to Crate and Barrel. That was our favorite.
I didn't go. I went to Pier 1 because they have international food. You could go get all the seasonings and stuff like that. Okay. So I have
pennies from
everything.
heaven from DIY is what people are saying. The red is pennies from heaven.
The red that I'm using?
Well, no, they said the DIY version.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will take their word for it. And I know I just use an acrylic red, you guys. But I'm sure any traditional red would work. I just like my reds to have a little bit of more blue in them than to be like really like orangey and poppy. Generally speaking, it depends on the project.
Fornication by Design, yes, I can see you on Facebook. So Facebook, we're good. Looks like YouTube is back to normal. I had to go out and come back in. Angie Champagne says Chuck Williams of Williams-Sonoma owns Pottery Barn, Williams-Sonoma, Garden Eden, and holds everything. I could never shop in Williams-Sonoma. I've never had that kind of money.
Oh. I don't even know what it is, so apparently it's too bougie for me.
It's a very expensive cookware.
Oh, okay.
Very good from everything I understand. It's supposed to be very good. But I'm a poor journalist. I can't afford that stuff.
So this one is portrait, right? Isn't this going to be so pretty with the gold leaf, you guys?
Oh, wow.
And then this one is, this one is landscape and this one is portrait. But I think we'll be okay. We're going to make kind of a diptych with this one. We're going to use 2, and then we'll use that one. And they're not going to fit together like this, but because the proportions are nice, it'll still look nice. And whoever uses it, they can organize it however they want on their gallery wall.
Yeah, 7 hours Toronto to the UK.
Huh.
Wow. I thought it was, for some reason, I just thought it was closer.
Maybe your friends figured that was reasonable.
Well, I guess if you're visiting family, New York to LA is what, a 6-hour flight?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your expectations. I got red paint on there.
Yeah.
So we're going to decoupage really quickly, and I'm just going to be using Wise Owl's matte varnish to decoupage with tonight. And I don't know, this container has some thicken stuff in there, but I don't want to use that. Let's see.
Oh, Angie, her sister managed a Pottery Barn and she worked at Williams-Sonoma. Can't beat the discount. Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because then you can get bougie stuff at a discount.
Yeah. All right, I have a trivia question.
Yes.
What is the busiest airport in America?
The busiest airport in America?
Yeah, I'm curious if anybody knows it.
I'm either New York or Dallas. Those are my 2 guesses.
Okay.
No?
Well, I'll wait to see if anybody throws in on the comments.
I'm going to pretend like I'm going to treat these like they're one. But I'm going to leave a little space in here so to make it easy for me to cut through there. I got red on there. Dang it. I tried to be so careful.
Let's see. Susan Chilberg says O'Hare, that's Chicago. Rima and Felicia Flea says Atlanta. Karen Moyer says Chicago. Jan McCrary, Atlanta. Everybody's going Atlanta or Chicago. Pamela Crossman says Denver. Denise Plummer Thompson, Chicago used to be the busiest. True. So there's a hint. Tammy Valoni says LaGuardia, that's New York. A lot of Atlantas. Doris Smith Penn says JFK, that is DC, right? I believe it's JFK. Denise Thompson says, I think Atlanta is now. Wendy Purdy would guess Logan in Boston. Let's see. Over on the YouTubes, we got lots of Atlantas, O'Hares, Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta.
I tell you what, O'Hare need to get it together because at least Atlanta has the moving sidewalks so that you can travel like 5 city blocks quickly. But O'Hare had us walking with no assistance.
Now, I've been in O'Hare. There are moving sidewalks.
How come there was none where we were?
We were in the United Terminal.
Oh my gosh.
That was just what United built.
I know. That
Not
was
O'Hare, United. They have their own terminal.
Oh.
So United built it that way.
United needs to get their stuff together.
But I've been on the movie. In fact, I filmed a comedy piece on the moving sidewalks for a show I did in Chicago. So, all right, you ready for the busiest airport in America?
Yes.
Anchorage.
Anchorage?
Anchorage, Alaska.
Get out of here.
Because all the shipping goes through that. I didn't say passenger. I just said busiest.
Oh, that was a trick question.
It was absolutely a trick question.
Y'all see what he did?
All shipping goes through Anchorage because of the Ark of the Earth.
The Ark of the Covenant? No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, Mary Casey, there are moving sidewalks. Yeah. So we did a show. This is 35 years. No, this is longer than that. I was 24. I might have been 25. So 37 years ago.
I'm going to snip this paper right here, you guys, because I can tell it's already pulling. And so I don't know if you guys will notice, but if you have paper overhanging, it'll like pull the paper off of your surface. So you can just like snip it.
So we were doing a show.
Or trim it closer. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We were doing a show, and one part of it was half improv, half scripted. And one of the scenes was I left the room, and the audience would suggest a person, a famous person. Then I came back, and the rest of the cast acted like it was a talk show, and I was that person, but I didn't know who it was. So they had to give me clues without telling me.
Oh.
And that was the funny part, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I did not write this because I came into the show late. I replaced somebody. But whoever wrote it was brilliant. They said, okay, normally they just send somebody out of the area so they can't see or hear and then bring them back. Well, they had me run off the stage out the door. We had pre-filmed me coming through the door, jumping in a cab.
Oh my gosh.
Then me getting out of a cab at O'Hare, running through the airport, an airplane taking off. Then once they did the character, the person that I was supposed to be, we ran the film again of an airplane landing, me running through the airport, now in a Hawaiian shirt and a lei.
Oh my goodness.
Getting in a cab, running, getting out of the cab at the theater, running through the door, and then I ran through the door in that shirt. I had to do a costume change out in the hallway, basically.
And you still didn't know who
that
you
got
were?
bigger laughs than me trying to guess the character. But it was funny. It was legit. And the way we filmed me running through the airport was me running through the airport and the camera crew on the moving sidewalk.
Oh, okay. You guys will notice that my paper isn't quite long enough, but it's going to be okay. I have some trickery planned. And I'm going to be able to stretch my paper some, but not enough to cover that edge. I thought I made these blocks 8 by 10, but I guess not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody flies to Anchorage as a passenger. I guess they get probably one flight a day.
I was going to say somebody does.
I mean, they do, because Anchorage is a good-sized city, but the reality is it's almost all shipping. And because we're international shipping all the time, or goods and service, you know, goods coming from others. Yeah, Anchorage, they just all flow through Anchorage. Fornication by Design, that's some high-budget filming. It was film. I want to stress that, because this is back in the 80s.
This was a long time ago. So
it
that
was 16 millimeter film. Mary Casey, what improv company were you with? We never really had a name. It was 5 of us that went through the Second City. And if one of us got cast in another show, we'd try to bring the others in where we could. So we did maybe 4 or 5 shows, but we never really had a name. I hesitate to say what we called ourselves.
Don't do it. If you hesitate, it's bad.
Well, it's not bad. It's inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, if you hesitating, don't say it.
40 years ago,
Don't say
I guess it wasn't inappropriate, but we look back on things and go,
Don't say it.
5 straight guys and 1 gay guy shouldn't call ourselves this.
Don't say it.
So that was the closest, but that's how we refer to ourselves.
Okay, so I'm going to dry
Lee says I'm
these.
wrong. Google says that Anchorage is second to Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't
Good
know.
job, Flea.
My understanding is Anchorage is the busiest because of the international shipping flights.
maybe it used to be.
Yeah. I might have changed, so. Okay, Janet Taylor Borgers, why does the Vatican have a telescope on the mountain? Because the Vatican has been one of the leaders in science exploration for 1,000 years. People don't realize that. A lot of science came through the Holy Roman Catholic Church. I know that sounds odd, faith-based, looking for fact-based science, but it's true. And yeah, we get priests that come through here all the time that go up on the mountain and study the heavens.
I was looking for, because I was looking at Roper Lake in the spring, because right now I just shared a reel today from Roper Lake because they are stocking trout at the lake. And I was looking to see April. I think it's bird watching primarily in April, right here. Hiking and bird watching.
When is Wings Over? No, Wings Over Wilcox is right about. Oh no,
Well, that's
it's
specifically
very
for the cranes.
It's
though.
late winter, early spring. Is Wings Over Wilcox?
Yeah, that's the crane specifically. That's their migration. But there's like hundreds of different bird species here. People travel here from all over the world to come bird watching.
Sheila Mortensen Teagan, why do they get to call it the Vatican? I don't know. That's what they called it. But if you're asking about the telescope, it is owned and operated by the Vatican.
Yeah, they own it.
So I don't know why the Vatican is called the Vatican, but. And Chris Schmidt, Vatican has several telescopes in different countries. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Science, the Vatican has been truly a leader in science exploration. I know that seems weird, but true. Amber Demakowitz, that is beautiful paper, Royce.
Thank you. I know I haven't, I'm not whining. I just thought I'd see more people using it than I have.
Oh, she just had kidney surgery.
Oh.
And so far, no pain. There you go. Good for you.
Good. Prayers for a speedy recovery.
Vicki Moore, the old saying used to be that when you die in the South, you have to go through Atlanta to get to heaven.
How come I cannot figure out how to open this?
And Susan Glazer says, do not go through Atlanta during the Thanksgiving holiday. Trust her.
All I know is that airport is huge. It's humongous. And I was like, I'm not going to use those sidewalks. That's ridiculous. Till I realized how far my gate was. Oh my gosh. But I'd rather be on, I don't know. Because in Dallas, you have to ride those trains. And you better move fast. Because those doors are not paying attention to.
Yeah, but those trains are
west.
pretty rapid. They have them at the Las Vegas airport. I've used them.
I know. They are. I'm just saying. I remember I had, when Dominique graduated from basic, we went to Oklahoma and we flew into Dallas. And I had Jordan with me. And I'm trying to get me and a little onto the train. But the doors are like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to pull the poor baby, and he was moving slow. Like, boy, you better come on. These doors do not care about you. They will close on you. Move it. That's what I mean. But yeah.
Flea says, I think people are focusing on Christmas. I bet come spring, this paper will be very popular.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is like all year round kind of paper. But it's good if you're making a gift for somebody.
Janet Taylor Borgers, I guess I don't know the history of my own religion. No, it's not something that would come up during Mass.
Yeah.
You know.
So you guys, I just used, when I glued, I have these together, but I did leave a little space so that it would be easy for me to go in with my dull blade, use a sharper blade, and just cut through to divide these. And so I want to go ahead and trim these the way we always do, and then we can get to the fun part, which is the gold leaf.
All right, I have another trivia question.
Yes.
This one's easier. America's the wealthiest country in the world.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we were. I mean, the last time I looked.
Okay.
What is the second wealthiest country?
Oh. The second wealthiest country?
Yes.
I don't know.
Janet Taylor
Dubai
says...
seems to have a lot of money.
Pardon?
Dubai seems to have a lot of money.
Dubai has a lot of money. That oil money is crazy. Janet Taylor Borger says Atlanta has a train too. Rima Becerra says Japan. Now, mind you guys, you're all Google checking me. I'm going off of...
I think they're playing.
I'm going off of memory.
And then they're Google checking to make sure that you're correct.
Yeah, I'm going off of memory. So, Cindy Nygaard says Switzerland. Vintage Revival Design says China. Lady Poe says Kuwait. Jan McCrary agrees with you, Dubai. Pamela Crossman says Saudi Arabia. So does Susan Schilberg. Pamela Culpadare, Canada. Did I say Canada? Canada.
We know what you meant.
Canada. Fornication by Design says Japan. Mary Beth Martin says Saudi Arabia. Should I give it up?
Give it up. Give up the ghost, baby.
The Vatican.
Oh, I forget they're
their own country.
You gave us the answer before you even answered it.
The Vatican is its own country.
I forget about that.
There's lots of gold in them their shrines and stuff. They've got a huge collection of art, which I think is where most of the wealth comes from.
Yeah.
It's the value of the art.
I need a warm yellow, and I don't have one. Okay, I'm going to attempt to match this green down here, but I don't know if I have the right color because I don't have a hot yellow. I have this yellow ochre, but it's already pretty muted. Well, let's try with just the green and the ochre. I won't put any red in.
Now, you guys can all Google check me and tell me I'm wrong again. But
they're going to.
But that's what I had heard was, and the Vatican also has the second largest collection of pornography.
Are they like confiscating it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Plus what was pornographic in 1300 is...
Oh, somebody's ankles were showing.
Yeah, exactly. But it was then. Just like, Midnight Cowboy, the movie, was rated X and won an Oscar, was the Best Picture winner. It's an X-rated movie. But the X rating has changed, and it would be PG-13 today. So...
I don't know if I have the right colors to make this green, but I'm going to try. We're going to see what happens.
So, yes, they have the second largest collection of pornography behind the United States because of the Library of Congress. Anything that's copywritten goes to the Library of Congress.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So yes, the Library of Congress has the largest collection, and the Vatican has the second. But as you say, that's just from stuff from literally 2,000 years. Well, however long the Vatican's been around.
Yeah. Holy
Roman Empire has been around since, I want to say 700, 800.
Don't look at me. I'm focusing on trying to mix this green over here.
Yeah, Sheila Teagan. We see racier things on TV now. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I know.
So, fornication by design. Yes, the Vatican is its own country. It's its own country within the city of Rome. Yeah.
Another trick question. Y'all see what he's doing, right?
Oh, Alyssa Visithan they're traveling, just checked into their hotel, and she's watching us. Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. What are you guys doing? I want to know.
Have fun. Yeah, Rome is a city and a country because while it's the city of Rome in Italy, parts of it are also the country of the Vatican.
Yeah.
So, Min's Cast, I picked a heck of a time to enter the room. Janet Taylor Borgers, my dad, who is not Catholic, used to tell Mom the Vatican should sell some of those paintings to support the churches. There's a ton of art, but you have to include the statues and the buildings. The value of the buildings, the cathedrals,
Oh, yeah.
huge. And remember, they own that worldwide.
Yeah.
So,
And they have, like, sold some things.
oh, they have gold. They have a ton of gold.
No, sold.
Oh, sold, excuse me. Vatican City is in the country of the Vatican, yes, in Rome. Jan McCrary, we are not playing anymore.
Okay, you guys, so I'm trying to max this screen, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to bring a little bit of the gold over my edge a little bit too, but I don't want to have any white peeking through. So I went ahead and kind of mixed up some green that tonally matched, even though you guys know in these paintings there's multiple colors. There's not just one color in here. And there actually is a lot of ochre yellow there. And then up here, this is like a gray blue, and I don't even have any blue, so I can't even shift that color at all. But a lot of times people ask me about being able to blend your papers in when they're not large enough. And really understanding color theory goes a long, 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 long way to help you do that, because then you can mix the colors that you need to be able to match whatever paper that you're trying to extend over your surface.
Lady Poe, we didn't sign up for trick questions, David. That second one was not a trick question.
It was a trick question.
No, it wasn't. The Vatican is a country.
Yeah, we know that, but you knew nobody was going to think about the Vatican as a country.
That's not my fault. That's like forgetting about Trinidad, Tobago. I don't know what to say about that. It's there.
You knew when you answered that question that nobody was going to think about that. Just be honest, baby.
Yeah. Susan Glazer, the Vatican is named after Vatican Hill, the geographic location of the city-state within Rome. The name comes from the Etruscan settlement of Vatica. Thank you. Now that I didn't know. So cool.
I'm trying to put a second layer on there because I can still see that white peeking through.
Jan McCrary, I'm just kidding. We knew that. That's cool.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Y'all can mess with him all y'all want.
Yeah, it's kind of like Australia is a country and a continent. At least that's what I was told as a kid. Now I think it's what, Oceania is the continent? Which includes what, New Zealand and Tasmania. And I don't know what other island nations are around there. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. I'm going off of memory. Vintage Revival Design says the green paint really does match closely. Amber says the same thing.
Yeah. So I remember trying to teach like how you could do this, and I didn't do a very good job. And it's because I really didn't understand color theory, right? Or how colors work, because it's not just about a color being lighter or darker. You're shifting the actual color, the temperature of the color, the transparency of the color is really important. So you have a lot of things that you're working on at the same time. And that's why I did the crafting in color class, is because it can be really powerful for you as a creative if you understand how you can shift your colors. And if you have like a base set of acrylic paint with you, you can even shift like your chalk paint colors just as well. And so I think that's a pretty good blend, right?
Denise Plummer Thompson, Vatican comes from Vaticinor. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which means prophet. Prophet, prophet. I'm going to quote my wife. Don't get me to lying, because I don't know. I am not Catholic, so I do not know this stuff. All I know is what I've kind of picked up here and there.
And I'm sad because I don't believe I have what I need. I took all my paints in the house. Let me make sure that I don't have something I can use. Let's see. What would happen if I added some black? Oh, that looks more green. Doesn't that look blue in the bottle? And then when I spray it, it's green.
See, it's like blueberries. Blue on the vine, purple on the plate. George Carlin was right.
So,
there are no blue foods.
Oh, wait. I have some spray here. We are going to see if I can make some magic. I don't think so. I would have to neutralize that a lot. But let's see. Let's see what happens, right? Worst case scenario, it doesn't work.
Amber Demakowitz, isn't South America a continent and a country? Not to my knowledge. Maybe you're thinking of South Africa, which is in Africa?
Whereas I don't even have white paint.
Sandy Henkelman, it's beautiful there. The churches are stunning. I've never been to Europe, so look, my foreign travels have been Canada and Mexico.
I want to travel someday. I don't know when it's going to happen, but
I'm all North America.
I don't know, y'all. I might not be good enough to just make something out of nothing.
Yep. Denise Thompson, we are not joking about the church, just saying these are the things that I know.
Yeah, this isn't about like...
Yeah, this isn't about which is better, worse. None of that. Just these are just kind of fact things. Yeah, Amber was thinking of South Africa. There you go. That's what I thought. Easy to get that one mixed up.
There's actually a lot of green in that, isn't there?
Sheila Teagan, I have a brother like you, David. Mine like a steel trap. My trap has been sprung. I'm forgetting a lot more than I used to, which bothers me. But I assume that's age. My mom was, I'm convinced she had an eidetic memory. Because, man, she could remember things.
I am not going to be able to match that. I just don't have what I need. And I'm trying to make it work, but I'm not doing a good job. That's really cool. And I think that this white is a warmer white.
Therese Vitrino says maybe some gray?
Well, it's not just gray. So the thing about color matching, you guys, is seldom is a color like just what you think. So it is gray, but it has like blue undertones, but it has like green. Like there's a lot of different colors in this color. And then it's like really, really cool. So I almost need like a bright, bright white to be able to get here. And the white that I have is a warm white. So I don't know. I could mix it if I had my other acrylic paints, but I do not have them. So I'm trying to make it work over here, but I'm not doing a very good job.
Vintage Revival Design says, could you bring in the lighter creamish color on top since you don't have a blue-gray?
Like this color here? That's a good idea.
Vicky Moore, I'm so old we lost a planet since I've been in school. I can't keep up with all the changes in geography. Good news, it's back. My understanding is Pluto is a...
Is it a planet again?
It's a planet, but it's not considered... There's a name for it. I don't know what it is.
I thought it was
it's like a minor planet. And there was talk on the NASA webpage 2 weeks ago that there might be another planet hiding behind Jupiter.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of scary.
So I have no idea if there's been any confirmation. Wait, which one is further, Jupiter or Saturn? Whichever one is between, whichever one is next to Uranus.
Good job with that pronunciation.
Thank you very much. So yes, so there might be. Nobody is saying there is, but there might be.
It's a ship. They just want us to think it's a planet. I'm kidding.
Oh, Amber Demakowitz got to go to the Vatican once. Cool. She said she was a kid, though. She can't tell you anything about it.
That was a very good suggestion. So I'm going to dry this layer, and then we'll put another layer. And you guys will notice how I'm bringing some paint down onto the paper, too. So it's not just like a perfect strip of that color.
Alyssa Visithin, Dwarf Planet. Thank you. I knew there was a name for it. So, and Susan Chilberg, yes, Pluto is back. Now I have Eminem playing in my head.
Guess who's back?
Yep.
Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Pamela Coppoladera said maybe more yellow.
I like the color that I have there. It's just that it's really transparent because I'm using like random stuff here. So I'm not getting anything close to full coverage. So I'm going to dry this and I'll put another coat on there. And then I think when I seal it and all the finishes are the same, it'll be good. What were you going to say, babe?
Denise Thompson's laughing at my pronunciation of Uranus.
Oh.
Which I have heard it pronounced that way. Now, I don't know if that's from a someone speaking English and it's not their native language. And
People
that's
pronounce things differently.
Exactly. Could have been that, or it could have been, no, you guys have been saying it wrong the whole time. Quit making butt jokes. We don't know. I don't know. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I kind of want to go around that tree a little bit.
All right, we're going to back off our Vatican discussion. If you all would be so kind. We would appreciate that.
Are you causing problems?
Craftin Vintage Style. Hello from Goodyear.
Oh, hey.
They went to the NASCAR race today. Engine noise so loud left our ears vibrating.
Oh, my goodness.
Now you both sound like Mickey and Minnie. Yeah, I've covered auto racing, but never NASCAR. Closest was I covered a NASCAR truck. And even within the safety zone, because I was photographing, even within the safety zone, that noise is deafening.
Oh, I can just imagine.
I can't imagine it on the track. And they gave us earplugs because we were so close. We didn't have the headphones like the track officials have.
Yeah.
But they gave us earplugs, and my ears were ringing for...
After, even with the earplugs?
Even with the earplugs, they were ringing for hours.
And you guys, when you're doing like fine art prints like these, I know usually I like matte, but actually I think a satin finish really looks beautiful on these. And I'll probably end up doing a final coat of a satin finish. So I think that top is blended pretty good, right? Once we got the finish to be the same. And the bottom is pretty good too. So I don't think anyone will notice. And if they do, they can fix it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. That's usually my attitude.
Everybody kind of likes the color matching. They're saying it's working.
Yeah, that was it. Who suggested I try to match the lighter color rather than the darker?
Oh, let's see if I can find who that was.
That was my, that was very helpful. Okay. So I'm going to set this one aside to dry because I want us to have time. It's already after 7 o'clock to do some gold leaf. Because I think the gold leaf is really what makes this pop. So we'll work on the smaller ones while this one dries on its own. But let me clean up a little bit. A wee bit here. Because I have a mess. And you know what I have? So you guys, these silicone mats, I love them so much. For those of you who've been here for a while, you guys know that I buy these by the roll. You can get like a 10, even a 15-foot roll of this. And you can just cut what you need. And I've literally haven't found anything that sticks to this mat yet. So everything washes off clean. So this is not a new mat. I actually, before my membership call the other night, I washed my mat. I was being nice. But you can wash these and reuse these. And so I have another small piece that I usually use for my palette, but I forgot to bring it out. It's still on the dish drain. So.
Oh, speaking of which, the membership. If anybody's interested, what do they do?
If you are interested, oh man, you're going to make me look, baby. Let me see.
Well, because they still get the discounted price for the retreat, right?
Yes, if they enroll in the membership. Oh, so here's the QR. If you're on YouTube and you like more information about the retreat, there is the link for that one. That wasn't what I was looking for, but I'll go ahead and post it up there. I don't know if I have one for the membership.
Denise Thompson says, where do you find the silicone rolls?
You know what? It's in my Amazon shop, which I do have a link for that. I mean, a QR code for my Amazon shop, and the roll is in there. I want to say it's like $19 for the whole roll, you guys. It's a gonga deal. And I love it. I use it for a lot of different things. I use it for my mats, absolutely, but because nothing sticks to it, you can get really creative about how you use it.
So, but yeah, if you're interested in the membership, how many times are you live with them?
We are live once a week, and then we also have guests who come in. So this month, we have somebody coming in to teach us lettering, which I'm really excited about. So different things. Last month we had, Teresa taught us about your paintbrushes and which ones to use, really? I'm sorry.
Oh, there's your t-shirt. There. You got QRs for everything.
I do.
All right. You know what? Anybody who's using their phone right now, no big deal. Just look this up on YouTube later. And like on your TV, and you can QR it from there.
Yeah, and you can use a QR code.
Yep.
So we have these done, right? They're decoupage, they're all trimmed. So let's add some bouginess to this with our gold leaf. So I'm using a water-based gold leaf. I bought this as a set. It came with the adhesive and the varnish. Bathsheba, I don't know. I just looked for a water-based adhesive on Amazon. The one I used to use, for some reason, wasn't available, which is this brand with the blue. And this is the one I think that I have in my Amazon shop. But I don't think it was available the last time I went to go order.
Jane Belanti just popped in.
Hey, Jane, how are you?
So Flea asks, will you be doing Whatnot this Friday?
I know, Flea. I didn't go on this past Friday. I was just so tired. But yes, we will be doing Whatnot on next Friday. I think we're going to go down to every other Friday. Every Friday, it's a lot.
Well, so let me ask everybody, because there's a lot of folks here that join us on Whatnot, and we welcome that. For those of you who don't know what Whatnot is, it's an auction website. It's a live auction. Royce sells off her extra supplies.
We are actually now making supplies at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making...
Well, you got a lot of extras. They're just too big to ship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, like the
trees and the stockings.
the Christmas trees that we're actually making those specifically for the auction.
But you got like old table legs and stuff that
Yes, we
turn
have
into
salvage
things.
wood. We have vintage items, ephemera, just basically cool craft supplies.
So Royce is selling off her extras of that, things that she doesn't have plans for. But you can come hang out too. Nothing says you have to buy. You can just hang out and do exactly like what we're doing today. You can just ask questions, chat, tell trivia, whatever you want. We're there to have fun too. I was wondering, do we need to do different days or times? By doing it every Friday,
Oh, okay.
is it inconvenient for some people? Because that's the start of family time. You know, if you've got kids, now our kids only do a 4-day school week, but a lot of kids don't. So maybe you want to do something with them, or they've got athletics or music or dance or whatever activities they're involved in. Is Friday evening, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, necessarily the best time for you guys? You know, would a Wednesday evening or a Saturday afternoon, or I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Because it's great to see regulars, but we want to see people that want to but can't as well.
And so, you guys, I'm going over the edge. You guys can see the little milkiness there because I want it to be imperfect. I don't want it to be, I don't know. in my mind's eye, I want it to kind of overlap. Oops, not that much. I'm going to have to leave it there now because if I brush it, that's going to look weird.
Oh, Pamela Culpadare gave you the yellow suggestion. So thank you, Therese Vitrino. Linda Steffens says, every week is a lot on the budget. Every other is good for her.
See, that's what I was thinking, babe. Every other week would be better.
Kathleen Hoovis says, Friday is time with my family. See, that was my thinking.
Yeah.
Was we don't want to get in the way of family time. And Angie Champagne, hold on. Retired teacher here. 4-day school week. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our governments now.
I think, except for the federales.
Yeah, our 4-day work weeks. So our county, our city, and our neighboring towns are all 4-day work weeks. And the schools have all gone 4-day school weeks.
It's a longer day, though. Like,
Yeah.
DeMar is tired. They get out of school at 3:30, and he is worn out when he gets home.
Yep. Cindy Tarleton Johnston here in the Southeast. Friday night is high school sports. Same here.
Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
We just don't have any. We don't have any.
A couple of people are saying Frozen on Facebook. It is not on our end. So can I suggest checking yours? Maybe go out, come back in. So I understand that if you guys are if it's tough on a Friday, let us know, and maybe we can do a Friday and then the next week do a Wednesday or a Saturday and kind of flip them around, or every other week.
Or every other week.
Yeah.
Because that's all Royce has the bandwidth for, babe.
And Flea, I get it. We like hanging out. So do we. The hangout is the best part.
Yeah.
Well, no, money's the best part, but the hangout's fun. Susan Chilberg says Indiana's still 5 days of work and school. I'm a 5-day of work guy. Heck, some weeks I'm 6 days.
Yeah. It depends on what's going on in the community.
Yeah, Denise Thompson, retired teacher here too. Where were those 4-day school weeks when I was teaching?
You know, the high school started doing it first, which I was grateful for because my youngest was in school and he was an athlete. And so Friday was like a study day. So they could go, well, if they had grades below, I forget what a C,
Yeah.
It was mandatory. So basically they had short sessions in each of the classes scheduled for Fridays. And if you were having trouble in a class, it was mandatory that you attend those. But you could also attend voluntarily if you needed extra help. And then, like 3 years after that, the grade schools kind of followed suit.
Yep. Amber said the same thing. Friday family time. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. We just picked that day because it was the day we generally didn't have other things.
Yeah.
I have a lot of evening work that I do. For example, this week I think I have.
You have a lot of evening work, baby.
That's what I call it. I want to say I've got 2 council meetings. One of my nonprofits has a board meeting this week, and I forget what Thursday is. So we just picked Friday because. Doesn't mean we're married to it.
Yeah. Maybe. Because I have my membership stuff too.
Yeah, that's right. Thursday was your membership. That was it. Therese Vitrino, from my experience, a longer workday was great. As a case manager, it gave you longer stretch of momentum to complete work.
You know what's funny? Because I used to be a social worker, case manager for the state, and they offered us the 4 days, 410s versus the 8-hour days, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because we had it, like if we signed up for it, we had to stay on it. I think it was like 3 months or whatever. As soon as my 3 months was over, I was out. Take me back to my 8-hour days. I don't know.
Fornication by design, 4 full half-day Wednesdays. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are full days. Wednesdays are half days.
Wednesdays are half days.
Yeah. Angie's fine with Fridays, but prefer every other week.
I think every other week. Honestly, it's a lot for me because it's not just about the auction on Friday. It's because you guys, I really do. I probably shouldn't be so weird about it, but I go through and I really do pick things and I try to have like an idea of what people want, what they asked for the last time, what would be cool. And I try to pull together like a collection of things that would be really cool. So it's pulling together the collection, taking photos, getting it uploaded, and then shipping.
Right.
You know, and that's on top of my warehouse shipping that I'm already doing. So like I'm behind right now. Anybody who bought last Friday, I'm sorry. I'll get the last of the packages out tomorrow.
I have made a suggestion that I think would help with that. We will see if somebody likes that suggestion.
I do. We're just going to go. Tomorrow we'll be in the warehouse. So we'll look and see how we can set things up.
Okay.
And then we can just do the auction from the warehouse. That's fine.
Craftin Vintage Style says, does Whatnot have replays of the live sales?
They do.
Do they?
They do. You can look on past shows. So like if you go to my profile on Whatnot, you'll see shows and you'll see past shows. So if you click on past shows, you can see them. I mean, I don't know if you want to see them, but you can. Okay. So you guys, I'm drying my adhesive because I don't want to put it on there. I don't want to put my gold leaf on while my adhesive is wet. I'm going to dry it so that it becomes tacky. If you guys are doing this, then you'll want to, it's better if you let it dry on its own. I'm not going to tell a lie, but we're forcing it to dry early. And even though it was milky, once it dries, it does dry clear. Once it dries. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Oh, thank you. I like to split the pieces too, because the texture is, to me, it just, this one specifically works really well for this. And the reason why I chose this is because of the feeling of this art. It's, I don't know, it's beautiful. And I think the gold leaf is going to be really, really pretty too, right? No, you can't buy items from past shows, but you can just watch the past shows. I do have some things in my buy now section though. The last show we had, a lot of people were asking about t-shirts, and so I did put some t-shirts in there. Oh, Jane, you're welcome. My heart hurt when I saw that post, so I just had to. Okay, let's start on this one since it's dry. And now I can't touch that. I don't know why I put that there, because now I can't move it because I don't want to. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you get this stuff on your fingers, they're going to be sticky for a long time. So be careful. So I have my gold leaf here. And this is faux gold leaf. I cannot afford the real deal. But you know what? This looks just as, I mean, maybe it doesn't look just as bougie, but it looks bougie enough, right, for us. And so this is the gold leaf, and it is like really, really, really thin. And all I have to do is tap it on here. I'm trying to lift it up without and I guess we could have used gold foil too, even. The thing about gold leaf is it's kind of like glitter. Like you're going to have cooties all over the place because this is going to get everywhere. It's not as bad as glitter, but it's kind of the same.
Well, Jane Belanti prefers Fridays because they never do anything now that the kids are gone.
That's us too, Jane.
Yeah. Let's see. Fornication by Design. I'm with you, Royce. 410s left you so exhausted by day 5 you lost it anyway.
Yeah. And then I had, my oldest was like a teenager, and he had sports and stuff. And so, you know, I was trying to get to the basketball game. But, you know, I'm at work all day. So I think it depends on kind of where you are in your life too.
Yeah.
How well that works.
Yeah, we chose it just, like I say, convenience for us because of the things we do during the week.
Yeah,
and
Friday
was the one day we kind of didn't have anything scheduled. Occasionally, but not often.
Not really. You know what? I don't know if I have a makeup brush over here.
Yeah.
That I didn't make sure of. I like to use the makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree with my gold leaf because it's like super, super soft. But this is a really soft brush. And so I'm going to use this to kind of burnish it on there. And you can really kind of get rid of your edges if you burnish it really well. So even though I use two separate pieces, you don't really see that line, right? And I'm not applying a ton of pressure, but I am applying some because I just want to work out any kind of seams that may be from me putting different pieces. And you guys remember I went over my edges a little bit. So my gold leaf is going to stick over the top a little bit.
So we had previously had Craftin Vintage Style ask about, replays of live sales. And Linda Steffen said, don't think you can buy from those past shows.
No.
I didn't know you can see replays of those. It'd be interesting to see if items you were interested in sold. That'd be the only reason I would want to see them, because maybe they'll get relisted in a future show.
Yeah.
If they didn't sell.
Which that does happen. And you can go and you can see what's sold too. That's another thing. So when you go onto someone's profile, there are like these tabs. It'll have shows, past shows, listings. It'll have sold, I think is what it says. So you can see what's sold. So if you guys haven't joined us on Whatnot, and you want to have an idea of kind of what we sell, you can look in a sold tab and you can see some of the things that we've sold. But George has been working on some more of the antique tile clad Christmas trees. And so he made another of the larger set. I think it's like 16 inches tall, the tallest tree. And then of course the other two sizes. But look at that. Isn't that just immediately, right? I think that is so beautiful with the gold leaf. And you guys can see how I just put a little bit over the edge. I'm going to try to get closer so you guys can see. I put a little bit over the edge. And I just really like that. I don't know why. I think I just like, I like imperfections because it doesn't look manufactured. It looks handmade if it's not perfect. And so I'm going to pull out another sheet. And Rima's probably like grimacing over there because she's really good at this stuff. And I'm not careful.
Not sure about this statement by Jane, so maybe she can explain it. I can't sit to get my trees. And then she replied to herself with the words, get my trees. So I'm not sure.
Maybe if I have some orders that haven't gone out yet, Jane. So if you bought trees,
maybe I can't wait to get my trees?
Yeah, maybe
okay.
I know. I'm late. I'm going to get them out tomorrow. I'll be in the warehouse tomorrow, sending out the rest of the orders. I think I have 12 orders that I still need to get out tomorrow.
Yep, Kathleen Hoovis thought the same thing. Maybe wait. I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Did you get some of the trees with the with the antique tile on it?
And that's what Jane just posted. Yeah, can't wait to get my trees.
Okay.
Yike. I'm like, okay, wait. If you can't sit, I feel for you. I had that when my back has gone out. You can't sit, you can't stand, you can't lay. Oh, there's nothing more miserable.
Nothing works.
So you are at 7:30.
Okay. Let me just, I'm going to
And
finish
for
this
our
one.
Arizona people, yes, sorry, we're starting an hour later in Arizona.
Yeah,
Everywhere
just-
else, it's the same.
That way, yeah, it would be the same for everybody else, but for us. And so, once it adheres, like all the tackiness is gone because the gold leaf is sitting on top of it. And so I'm just going to show this one. I'll finish the other ones, but I wanted to get one at least all the way finished just so you guys could see like how pretty is that. And you have the gold leaf that's peeking over the edges just a little bit of bougie, but you guys know I want imperfect bougie, right? Not like perfectly. But then when it's hanging, your edges are finished, right? And it looks really, really pretty. And so I think a set like this would be really beautiful as a gift for somebody. And it's not specifically for the holiday, which means that they can use it all year round.
So may I ask a question?
Sure.
All right. So you did a diptych. Is it diptych?
Yes.
I think is how it's
Oh,
pronounced.
Lord. Yes.
So you did a diptych with the one, but then you've got the larger piece. How do they fit together as three?
They don't really fit together as three because this one is landscape. But if someone has a gallery wall, all of them are going to have the gold edges. And even though the pictures aren't exactly the same, they have the same feeling and the same subject.
So
this would go
do
on a gallery
two on
wall.
this side, one on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put them however you want to put them, right? You could have the two, because this one doesn't have to go on top of that one. I mean, you could if you wanted to.
Oh,
but
are
you
they
don't
side to
have
side? I thought it was...
No, they're
up and
top
down.
to bottom.
That's what I thought.
So the pictures are top to bottom, right? If you put them like that. But like this one is just texture. So it could go anywhere on the wall. If they wanted to put one here, and then that one in the middle, they could. So my point is there'd be a lot of options on how they would put together their gallery wall.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure and was curious. And we got a request, Wendy Purdy, what's the name of the paper again?
This is the Roycycled Fine Art Project Block paper. And I'm going to show the paper again because I only use 2, right, of the project block, which means you have 6 more left that you could use for other projects. So let me get my gold leaf on here so it doesn't stick to anything.
And Angie Champagne says, maybe I missed this, why the red paint under the gold leaf?
So I was just saying I read somewhere a long time ago that if you paint red under your gold leaf, it makes your gold leaf look richer. And so it's just something that I do now. It was a Pottery Barn trick. I want to say I read it in a blog like years ago. That if you paint red under your gold leaf, it looks a lot richer than if you just leave it white or if you don't put anything.
And where did I miss it? Okay, Mins. Where's Mins? There it is, Mins Cast. How important is having gold leaf adhesive? Can something else be used?
I've never tried anything else. I think that something else might work in the moment, but I don't know how well
Put that on
it'll hold
backwards?
up over
Oh, no, there.
time.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I just saw white, but...
Oh, no, the gold leaf is the same. This particular one is the same on both sides. So there was no backwards, thank God.
Fornication by Design says she's used clear coat, tough coat.
Really? I've only ever used adhesive, probably because I'm just scary. But Fornication said that she's used something else, so maybe so. Right? It's like instantly bougie just because we added gold leaf. And I just really scraped that gold leaf barely along the edges so that I would get kind of this imperfect edge, and I am really loving that.
So I'm going to apologize to everybody on YouTube. YouTube comments have been freezing on me.
Oh.
Not the broadcast, just the comments.
Just the comments.
So I have to go out and come back in every now and then, so I miss some of your questions. I apologize. Lori Kentner asked about the red under the gold as well.
Yeah. It just makes it look richer. That's the word on the street. So I've just always done it ever since I read that. That was like, I don't even know if Jordan was born. Maybe 20 years ago. Somebody had done a Pottery Barn dupe for something. And they talked about that Pottery Barn always paints red underneath their gold leaf to make it look richer.
Chris Schmidt says it looks very posh.
Thank you, Chris. I know Chris hangs out with me too. Chris, I know she thinks Royce is crazy. She's in the membership also. And so I can keep cleaning this, right, until it all comes off. But the gold leaf is only going to stick where the adhesive is. So I don't have to worry about it like sticking to the rest of my painting. But look how beautiful. Like if you present that as a gift, I think that's just fabulous. It's really pretty. And so on the gold leaf, this one does come with a varnish. I won't use a satin, whenever I seal gold leaf, I always use a gloss. I have learned that the hard way. So even though I prefer matte, I'm probably going to put the glossy varnish over everything, because I do feel like with the fine art that the glossier sealers do bring them to life a little bit more. So I will seal that, and I'll make sure and post pictures when we're done. And just this even, so we use just 2 blocks, and I still have all of these fine art blocks left to use on projects, even though we've done this gallery wall. And so this is a really, this paper can be used for a lot of different projects. And even, I have a YouTube video. I need to get it edited and get it posted of this one, because this is one of the blocks from the fine art paper as well. And I had to paint black because it wasn't quite tall enough. And this is one of the new arched blanks from IOD. And I added some molds and I painted everything black. And then I just went over with my fingers and added the gold over the top. And so I hope to get this video posted, because it's done. I just need to edit it. I'm fired, you guys. Fired. And I think that's all we have for tonight. Were there any more questions, babe?
Let's see.
I'm going to have gold leaf cooties for like the next week in my workshop now. That's the only thing about gold leaf. It's not quite as bad as glitter, but kind of.
So Fornication by Design, talking about that adhesive. What did she say? Clear coat, tough coat.
Yeah, she said she used tough coat.
Okay, gave it a few seconds longer so it got a little tacky, then left it an extra few minutes for it to dry before brushing it off.
Okay.
So that's how she did it. As far as questions, none on the YouTubes. Let me look at the Facebooks. No questions.
Okay. So I think I got them all brushed off. I think I brushed the one I finished already. I'm fired. I need to stop firing myself. But if you take your time to not just get the excess off, but to really burnish it, you can. And sometimes the seams, you want them though, right? I mean, it just, that texture adds like a little bit extra. But if you're wanting to get rid of the seams from when you're putting different pieces together, you can burnish them and flatten it out so that you can barely see them. And so this one is the diptych, and then we have the larger one. But I think this would be a beautiful gift for someone for the holidays. And this is one of those neutral gifts too, right? Oops, I have it upside down. When I say a neutral gift, sometimes when you're having like a Christmas party at church or, you know, for work, you can't get like really personal items because it feels kind of weird. So this is kind of one of those neutral gift ideas that you can give to almost anybody. Did you have anything else, baby?
That's it for me.
Okay. Crazy. That's the best kind of people. Yes, I agree. We're all mad here. But let me tell you a secret. The best people are, right? Thank you guys so much tonight for joining us. I appreciate your time. If you guys have questions about the retreat, let me know. We will be live on Whatnot on next Friday. And I have some pretty cool stuff that George has made. Really cool, like upcycled craft supplies, essentially. Whether it's vintage or salvage things. And I have some new ephemera. So I'm excited for next Friday's Whatnot show. Do I have anything else, baby? That's it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, check the QR codes. Go through the replay for the QR codes for the membership, for the retreat next April. There actually, you put up like 4 of them in a row.
I
So
know,
if you
I'm
pause it, you
sorry.
could like find a whole bunch
I
of stuff.
know. But you guys know what I'm going to tell you guys. There isn't anything that I've done tonight that you guys cannot absolutely do. You guys can do it. You can do it today. Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed week. And Lord willing, we will see you guys on Friday.